Hi, it's Stan Reinford, and welcome to this week's market update for March 25th. Thank you again for all the great compliments. Really appreciate it, especially the conversations right now and the questions. So let's kind of jump into it. So we have a lot of news to cover today and a really good day. So let me share with you how the chart works. So you look down here at the candlesticks, the red and green. The higher we are in the chart, lower rates are. When we are lower in the chart, rates are higher. So we want to be up at the top in the chart because rates are lower. You'll see here we're at the bottom. In fact, rates are actually at the highest they've been in about 6 months. So let's kind of jump in here. A green candlestick means that rates actually went a little bit lower or got better or went sideways. Red means rates went up or went sideways. If you look over here to the upper left, that box there, the 30-year treasury, we're down 26 basis points, which is good. You want it to go down because then actually that means that rates are getting lower, and they actually did get slightly better today. So let's talk about this. So it's been a roller coaster in the markets, lots of volatility based on the news surrounding the whole Iran-U.S. conflict. There's been lots of good days, lots of bad days. Today is a good day for the stock market and bond market, and oil prices are going lower on some of the optimistic news pointing to a potential resolution. The U.S. has sent a 15-point piece delivered by Pakistan, which the bond and stock markets are responding nicely to. The New York Post reported that President Trump said that Iran has agreed to the most important part of the peace deal, which is it will never have nuclear capabilities. Well, Trump says they've agreed to that. There's many that are still saying, hey, we need to see it before we believe it, and whether they're actually going to comply or not. Adding to the optimism was China's foreign minister, Wang Yi, urged his Iranian counterpart to engage in negotiations with the U.S. to end the war. And then lastly, Iran is allowing friendly ships to go through the Strait of Hormuz, which in the end here today is actually causing some really good in the markets. In fact, oil, which has been fluctuating between $90 and $100 a barrel, and actually down from its highs of 120 last week, is down to about $88 a barrel today. So let's hope for some good news here. Good news there means lower oil prices, which means lower interest rates, because remember, they always follow each other. ADP released their weekly employment report showing that private employers added an average of 10,000 jobs per week in the last 4 weeks ending March 7th. Job gains increased slightly previously from the previous report, which showed about 9,000. Still, this projection is really weak. It's about 40,000 jobs for the month. Remember what I've said previously from my research that I did. A robust economy is creating 100,000 to 150,000 jobs per month, so it's way down. In fact, the BLS recently reported that there have been 92,000 job losses, which is really odd for them because they've been very, very optimistic, and some of that, information that they're gathering is not always 100% accurate. So that being said, we'll have to wait and see what the employment report shows for March. That report is being released on April 3rd. So let's talk housing. First-time home buyer ages are actually increasing. And for the month of January, which the news is out, sales of existing and new homes were down. That's primarily, they believe, due to the cold weather and the bad weather that we had nationwide. Tomorrow, we have job numbers and job claims that are coming out. So let's talk interest rates. Interest rates right now, averaging the mid sixes. You go out there and look anywhere out there, that's what they're averaging. Adjustable rates are definitely lower, and you have to be careful because some advertisements out there are not a 30-year fix, but yet you're going to think that they are. Remember, I help those clients that are buying or refinancing, whether they're looking at buying an owner-occupied, buying or refinancing owner-occupied, second home, or investment. We do renovation loans, cash out refinances. We do it all. If you have a scenario that you want to run by me, please give me a call. I have lots of clients that do that each and every week. And if for some reason you're a realtor or a financial advisor and you have clients that for some reason aren't able to get their financing somewhere else, give me a call. we have a great success rate at helping clients do that. And or if you're a client that's having trouble getting a pre-approval or getting qualified for as much as you want to spend, again, give me a call. I would love to help. And that brings me to two things. I'm teaching 2 classes on Thursday, both via Zoom. During the day is for realtors and financial advisors on the 8 types of loans that we use to help those clients that for one reason or another aren't able to close somewhere else, or other strategies to help clients close where they've been having hurdles. That's during the day. So if you haven't seen that invite, email me and I will email you the invite to be able to register. And then tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock, I'm doing a homeownership 101 class, and that is for anyone. You do not have to be a first-time home buyer. You could be buying your first home, whether moving up or down, or buying a second home or investment property. I'm answering all kinds of questions. It's an hour long. It's via Zoom. If you haven't registered for that, email me also, and I can actually get you registered. And if you're watching this and you know someone that would be interested in these 2 events that I'm having, email me or have them email me, and I will be happy to email out the registration. So please remember to forward and share, and have a great week.